warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall now. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Alexander. And right away he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But I think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Off play action. Alexander. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete to Kelly. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught by Kelly. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Alexander. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Alexander. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We play to win. Let's go.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Red Dragons are able to add on to that lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. Buccaneers, nothing. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. from the gun on third down. Alexander. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on 1st down. Burks. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Here we go.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Alexander. Complete to Washington. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this 1st quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On 1st down, Trent. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Trent, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Let's go.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 3 from the 9. They'll try the left side. Trent. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Alexander. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Alexander. And that is incomplete.
Here comes the ball.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick here is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Right now! We got it, baby!
Second and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
2nd and 6. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Red Dragons continue to pull away here in this first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. Now the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. On first down, Burks. And now he picks up the spare. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flowing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Alexander. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 20. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
45.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Single, slot.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, good job, O.
A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Red Dragons extend their lead yet again. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change the momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
45.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Red Dragons are pouring it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Alexander. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Complete to number 89. It's a gain of 10. First down, Red Dragons.
Back to throw now on first down. Complete to Kellett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
Let's go, baby.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. The Titans trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. The Falcons are able to level their record at 3-3 with the victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've gone to the half with the lead over the visiting Cowboys. Justin Herbert, a touchdown pass in that first half. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call.
Keep playing.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They'll run on first down. Burks. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. Room here to run. And touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Red Dragons just continue to roll. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Trent. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. Trent into the secondary again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Alexander. Pass complete to Bird out right here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now a give, right side. Trent, and boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake. Alexander. He's got it. And he is out of bounds here. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So the decision to challenge does not. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
On 2nd down, Burks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Kelly. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Red Dragons have got it on cruise control. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Tens the mic. Tens the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Operating from the gun, Alexander. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he'll give it here to his running back. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th.
45.
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, Trent. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun on 3rd down, Alexander. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. On 1st down, Burks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Burks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make something.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Yeah, boy.
So that one overturned.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the goal is nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Red Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Alexander. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Bucs on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now a give right side. Trent. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
On first down, Burks. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. Burks. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He was brought down by Denzel. It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find Ridley on the left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Alexander. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Bucs on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On first down, Burks. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Burks. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Briggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Check.
On first down, Alexander. Complete to Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.